One. Wow, there's the countdown.
Oh,
Welcome,
we're live?
everyone. You're live.
Oh, shoot.
We're,
Hey.
we're live. Hey.
My bad.
You know, that 5 countdown, it goes pretty darn quick here.
It does. Wow.
But here we are, live and in person.
Yes.
Unapologetically significant with Rich and Shelley Marie
Here in the light.
at the helm here, running the show, ready to deliver what will hopefully be some tantalizing tidbits.
Tantalizing tidbits, for sure. When you're going to use that phrase, y'all going to learn something today, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to bring you something a little different today. Some stuff that some of you may know about, some of you may not. But we're going to roll it out there. And, you know, our goal really is, if we can give you a nugget in these episodes,
That inspires you to do your research,
Yep.
because we want to, that's what it is. We're trying to be an inspiration, a source of information, but the goal is to get you to do the research yourself, to be curious.
Yep.
And I think we're doing a good job, because y'all messaging us all day and all night. So we're doing something right, and as are you. And getting out of that your comfort zone and actually asking for help or asking for clarity, asking for more information, that is essential in like personal growth.
Yep.
Because you have to kind of be vulnerable to say, hey, I don't know this.
Yeah.
You know, and put
Especially
that shame
to
and
people
pride
you don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier.
Well,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's easier
yeah,
to
yeah.
talk to somebody you don't know versus someone in your circle of trust.
And we're so easy to talk to.
Yeah.
We're good folks.
We're the good ones. The non-judgmental ones.
That's right. Been a long journey.
Yeah, it has. Amen to that.
So, before we dive headlong into the topic today, which is going to be dealing with chronic stress and its relationship with your gut, that's going to be the focus today. There's a tidbit I wanted to go over first, because this was hot off the presses. I was in a meeting yesterday, and some of the renowned experts in the field of nutrition, and there was a big study that was released just a few weeks ago, the completion of it, and some pretty astonishing facts in
Okay,
there.
you got us going. Okay,
All
spit
right.
it out.
I got to build up to it.
Put the fries in the bag. Let's give it to us.
I thought it was onion rings. So
Yeah, you know.
Essential fatty acids. You know, the omega-3s, omega-6s, the fish oils, okay. 1 out of 3 people in the United States take essential fatty acids, most of which are derived from fish. Okay? So what's the big deal? What's the big news? Well, when you look at, first of all, what do essential fatty acids, what do they do in the body?
My question, I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do essential fatty acids do in the body? I know a lot of folks that like are heavy into workouts and things like that. They take them. A lot of women too.
Yeah. It's one of the things it does is it's like the oil in a machine. You know, it helps lubricate the body because you know it is oil. So one thing it does help with is, you know, joints and other things in there that need lubrication, shall we say. A couple of things that are not really related to essential fatty acids is your cognitive abilities, whether they're going up or whether they're going down, okay? And essential fatty acids help with it going up. Okay, so no cognitive declines or slows it down, okay, if you're getting older. It helps greatly with that. So cardiovascular issues it helps with. It can help with cholesterol. I mean, there's a lot of things it does. Depression. One of the biggest things is women that are pregnant should be on essential fatty acids.
Yeah.
Okay, because of brain development in the fetus. Okay, you need that. But like everything else, it's very critical what form you take. Okay, and most people take fish oil instead of plant-based. And in fish oil, the problem with that is twofold. One is mercury. Mercury is in all fish.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they associate it with, tuna and sardines and salmon and the bigger, fattier fish.
Yeah.
But no, it's in all of them.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, they're living in the same house.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah. Yeah. And the Jedi mind trick that the industry tried to play a few years ago, which I'm sure a lot of you remember, is they introduced krill. Oh, krill. Oh, we hear you talk about this mercury stuff in there, so we'll go switch over to krill.
And krill are going to be the little tiny sardine-ish size fish.
Yeah.
So the smaller the fish, the less mercury it has in it. The less, so meaning it has mercury in it.
Still has mercury in it. So that's a big deal. And with fish oil can denature, go bad. Okay? It's like olive oil.
Yep.
Olive oil go bad, it'll go rancid on you. That's why you got to check when that stuff was produced.
When it was sourced.
Yep. So same thing with fish oil. It can denature, and denature, and it's got mercury. What's that doing? Well, that's going to go right to your cognitive decline. I can tell you that right now. Getting mercury embedded in your system is not an easy thing to get out. It's one of the tougher items to remove from the body once you get in there. And it interferes with things, interferes with processes, chemical reactions, does a lot of things that are not good in there, okay? And then denatured oil. Denatured oil is not good for you. A lot of the fast food restaurants got into big trouble over that because they would reuse their oil. And when you reuse it, you denature it. So it's not what it started out as.
Not that it was good anyways, because it was probably some type of seed oil anyways, but now you're poisoning the poison.
Yeah, exactly. So the problem with the fish oil is it does have some good properties in there, but you also have the bad ones that are coming along for the ride. It's kind of sort of like a prescription drug where some of it helps you, but then you got all these side effects and things that bother you. And being that people take fish oil every day, the ones that take it, it's just building up in there. So what you want to do is definitely go to a plant-based type of fish oil. It's got, it may have algae in there, it may have flax seeds in there. As long as it's plant-based, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So if you got fish oil, throw it away. When you go to the store, you see shelves of this stuff, fish oil, all kinds of fish oil. And, it says more omega-3s, more omega-6s. Yeah, well, so you got more denatured oil in there. So
it's like when anything, you really have to look at where it's being sourced from and making sure that it's a legitimate, viable source.
Yep.
Things go bad all the time. Everything has a shelf life. But even with that, it's like the shelf life of what?
Yep.
If it's something that you cannot digest or is adding toxins into your body, then it's, it's again, a vanity metrics. You're taking it just to say you're taking it versus paying a little bit extra, and it not necessarily paying a little bit extra. Sometimes it's a swap. It's even.
Yep.
You just have to do the research to find the stuff. And of course, the link will be in the bio. Rich always does a good job of researching and making sure we're giving or suggesting the best items in this moment for what you may need.
Yeah.
All right, let's
couple of items before we move off of this down in my notes. One of the big things fish oil does because of the mercury and oxidation is it blocks the brain's repair system.
Oof.
Now that's pretty damn important. So
That's huge.
when you get mercury up in there and that oil, the bad oil up in there, it's just it triggers certain things in the brain that are not good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one
That
thing.
goes feeds into the cognitive decline.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There was a couple of outfits that did some some research on actual fish oil. They went around the country, got all this fish oil stuff, and started testing it. 83% of all of the fish oil they collected was denatured. 83%, damn near all of it.
So is it denatured because of the toxins in it, or is it denatured because of the process to...
The process makes it unstable.
Okay.
So it's not a stable molecule in there, so it changes. And then it doesn't do what it's intended to do. So
this all goes back to like, do it right the first time.
Yeah.
Like if you were eating and working out and having your meditation and having a job that you love and just being happy, this could change the dynamics of needing the fish oil. I'm not saying it's for 100%, being happy and eating right is going to take care of what you need. No, that's not it, because we're all deficient in something, and that might be a supplement that you may need to take. And if that's the case,
right,
you want to take the right stuff. But let's just reel it on back. Let's just go back. This is very kindergarten. Like,
yeah,
do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do.
That's it. That's a good way to put it. Because life's too short.
It is.
Got to enjoy life, and health is at the center of it. Because if you don't have your health, what do you have?
Yeah,
you can have a boatload of money in the bank, and
you can be cute as you want to be.
Yep.
But if you can't walk without your knees hurting,
headaches every day, gas, bloated,
yes,
all this stuff. That's
yes.
miserable.
Or you got to wear the fat girl pants because you got to eat and you're going to get bloated and your back aches and you got to pee 50 million times. Like there's all of these side effects that come along with health. And I'm going to say a high percentage of those, if not the majority of those, could be remedied by just good health and nutrition. I dare anybody to try to argue that. I'm here for it. Or debate. We don't argue. We debate. We have passionate conversations. We don't argue.
That's right.
So beneath us.
Yes. All right. So you got it?
Got it.
All right. So let's move on.
Okay.
Chronic stress and the gut relationship. Now, most people, I would venture to say, would classify chronic stress kind of in the emotional category.
I would say emotional, environmental stress.
Yeah. Just kind of what you're dealing with. It's the job, it's the family, it's the significant others, the kids, it's the family. Yeah. We got all this stuff.
We're doing a lot of this. We're pointing, we're shift blaming.
Yeah.
And I think a majority would say that. However, what if that's not the case?
Yeah.
What if it's actually your gut that is driving some of that stressor?
The gut.
Could be.
The gut-brain axis that I know a lot of you have heard about, and we've mentioned it a few times on the show here, is a real thing. Okay? It is a real thing. And the vagus nerve, and when you guys get a chance, you should look it up. Look up the vagus nerve and look at a picture of it.
Yeah, and it's VAGUS.
Yeah.
Nerve, not Vegas as in Nevada.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Different type of party.
Yeah, really. So you should look it up, look at a picture of this thing, and you will see that it runs from your brain all the way down to your gut. And there's all these little nerves that come off of it. So it's a big deal. And like I said, I'm sure a lot of you heard about it, but it's a two-way communicator. It's not just one way. A lot of people think, oh, well, the brain is telling the gut what to do. Well, yeah, it does. Kinda. But there's a feedback loop. The gut's also talking to the brain. So, they kind of come into collaboration on, what needs to be done and when and how and all that. So that's extremely important. So, how can it, how can the gut affect how you feel?
Yeah.
Well,
We're talking about, I want to jump in and be like, we're talking about fight or flight. We're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about,
jump,
we're talking
jump.
about, we're talking about, diverting blood from digestion to get to other places,
Yep, yep, yep.
microbes, microbiome. We're talking about a lot of things that are
lot of
that are
stuff.
essential for processing and stress.
Right, right, right. Because I mean, just think about it for a second. We all need food to function.
Yes.
And we talked about it. You got to be able to digest it, okay? And you got to be able to, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
What's the word? Absorb it.
Oh,
okay.
sorry.
Absorb it.
Yeah.
And then you got to be able to utilize it, okay? Now you get this food in, you do all those three things, okay? Life goes on, okay? Now what if that gets interrupted? Like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So what if blood flow has to divert from there to somewhere else? Now you're not digesting as well. We got that gut-brain axis going, that highway that's going, stuff's going back and forth. Now it almost turns into a one-way type of highway. That's not good.
Yeah, you got construction going on. So if you have that road in your town, for us it's Baseline or the I-10 going downtown, and you get one thing that cuts off, one car accident, and everybody's rubbernecking, and now you're at a standstill and everything is getting backed up.
Yep.
Now the gut and the brain are kind of figuring out, like, all right, what do we need to do? Mm-hmm. What's most important? And it's 9 times out of 10, it's going to divert the processing of the food that you just ate and go to other places.
Yep. So now the brain's not being fed the nutrition that it needs. And it's going to go into, either the fight or flight.
Yeah, self-preservation.
Yep. So when it does that, now what are you bringing on? You're bringing on stress.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. So that will invoke stress. And what does stress do? Stress is tough on the body. It's tough on sleep. You're not going to sleep as well because you're stressed.
Yep.
Okay, cortisol levels are through the roof. And you're just not going to rest peacefully. Because what happens when you sleep? All this repair work needs to go on. Now it's being impeded by stress.
Right. And then with that lack of sleep, then now all of a sudden you get this angst and anxiety.
Yeah, well, that knife gets a little sharper.
Yeah, it starts to creeping up just a little bit. You get a little bit feisty and on the edge and making rash decisions and, that type of behavior starts to creep in slowly.
Yep. And, here's the thing. When you're taking in food, and as Shelley mentioned, you got the microbiome is involved, okay? I mean, that's a whole world, and it's a whole ecosystem in itself that needs to be balanced. So you got good bacteria, bad bacteria. It's got to be a balance in there. Now you throw that balance off, okay? Now what happens when that balance does get off? Now just think about it. So that microbiome, which dictates a lot of stuff in the body, everything from excreting waste all the way up to how you think, gum disease, all that. There's a microbiome that's connected in your mouth also. So now that starts getting out of whack. Now you've got this umbrella over the whole body, your microbiome, that's out of balance right now. Now that doesn't mean there's nothing else going on in your body. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Processes that need to go on, need to happen every single day. Working, communicating with people, all that stuff goes on. Life goes on. But you got this microbiome that's out of whack now. And that's cognitively, it's going to affect you. Lord knows if you do some drinking in there also. No,
or smoking.
Or smoking, now you're train wreck, And it's not the easiest thing to get back. You can get it back. I'm not saying you can't. You can. But it's going to take some work to get it back.
So let's just pause for a minute. Let's just kind of revisit this. So what we're saying is that the gut could be part of the issue with your stress levels. Okay.
Yep.
We named all of these things that are happening internally in the body. We haven't mentioned anything about your kids, their homework, your boss, your job, the dog, your husband, your in-laws or outlaws, depending on what kind of relationship you have on them. That's what we're talking about. We haven't even brought in the emotional and environmental stressors yet.
Right.
Okay, as you were. Just wanted to remind you guys, like, we were solely talking about how the gut can be some of the cause of high levels of stress.
Right. And it's one of the reasons we talk about it darn near every week.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around it. And this is why it's so important for you to understand how the body works, how the body processes it, and control what you can control.
Right. Right.
Like, you have a role in this. Like, this is accountability 101. Like, there's some things that are gravity issues, and it just is what it is. But then there's these things that we can help and optimize to the best of our abilities. We will probably always need some type of supplement or some type of talk therapy or a workout regimen to, like, I don't know, just to get some of the stress off. But, knowing is half the battle, per G.I. Joe. You got to know.
Right.
And then choose to have the courage to do something about it.
Yep. Digestion, and I'm going to harp on it a little bit more. It's digestion can be like weeds. No weeds in a garden. Garden stands a very good chance of prospering. Okay. If you got a lot of weeds in there, the chances of your garden really flourishing start to diminish. So think of that as digestion. When your digestion's not good, things are going to start to fall apart. And it's like dominoes. Yeah. Because guess what? All this stuff is interconnected.
Yep.
And if you're not feeding, better yet, what happens when you put diesel in a gasoline engine?
You done. Somebody's going to be mad, and you are still going to be held financially responsible for that vehicle.
Yeah. It just messes everything up. Same kind of thing with when you're not digesting well. Now, that could be the food you're eating, the choices you make,
The time of day you're eating.
How
much you're eating.
Yep. All that good stuff. And then you still have to digest it. So it's like a two-part thing here. You've got to put the right thing in there, and you got to be able to digest the right thing. Because you're going to digest the wrong and the right, whatever you put in there. If you put the wrong things in there, now you're creating toxins. Now your system becomes more toxic. What is your body going to do with that? And now the liver's working overtime because it's got to filter all this crap out. Kidneys working overtime. And why I got to take supplements?
You know why? Like, we're really asking that question. Okay.
I shouldn't have to take supplements.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
but you do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Funny story. Right before this podcast started, I was like, Rich, I got this coating on my tongue. I don't know what's going on. Right? And y'all know my life. Like, I'm all over the place. I'm doing podcasts. I'm doing golf. I'm learning Spanish. I'm selling sauce. I'm catering. I'm doing parties. I'm doing all these things. And I, too, have fallen victim of, like, oh, I don't need that supplement. I'm eating great. I'm working out. I'm sleeping. I'm doing all these things. But guess what? First thing he says, are you taking your digestive meal? And I'm like, next question, please. So it happens. We feel like we shouldn't. But, okay, that's an ego thing. So let's address that on another podcast. But the moral of the story is we have to do what we have to do.
Right.
Period. Not everybody wants to take supplements, but I know your ass don't want to take no pharmaceuticals. I know you don't want to have to go to dialysis every week. I know you don't want to, all the things. All the things. But guess what? At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you.
Right.
And you have to know what's going on with yourself so then you can make the right decisions.
Yep. So when it when it comes to stress, one thing we would like you all to do
Highly suggest.
is consider the gut as part of the problem. Okay? It's not always other people and other things. It can be. It could be a combination, and a lot of times it is a combination. But don't leave out the gut. Because how many of you have thought about that? Oh, I'm stressed, and I got this, I lost a job, and this, and I got stress, or I've had stress for years, and, you know, whatnot. How many times did you say, I wonder if it's my gut?
Like, what's going on in my stomach?
The stomach's not supposed to growl. Okay? Not supposed to growl. And there are people that eat, it growls, don't eat, growls. It growls all the time. Ding, 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 light should come on. There's something going on down there. And then they're stressed about the growling. Oh, there's something going on with me. But they never tie it to digestion. And just remember, life starts with digestion. Don't digest, you die.
Yeah. Breathing and food.
Simple as that.
Yeah, breathing and food. And that's why we're big on, box breathing and alternative nostril breathing, like breathing the air, getting air in your body and food in your body, and being able to break both of those things down are key.
Yep. Because when
Wait. Can we just go back to the stomach's not supposed to growl?
Yeah, what about it?
Tell the world why is it why not? Because I think we're all like, oh, my stomach's growling, I'm hungry, it's time for me to eat. I think we're all kind of been raised on that mentality.
Well, okay, yeah. When it comes to your stomach growling, number one, you don't have a orchestra in your gut, all right? It's not sitting in your stomach.
Oh,
okay?
dang.
So there's nobody down there playing an instrument, okay? So where is this sound coming from? All right? I mean, you hear it.
Yeah.
What's that? There's no recording down in there. Push the button, the tape. Yeah. That's not it. A lot of times it's gas rumbling through there. Why do you have gas? Let's go back to digestion and stomach acid and enzymes and all that stuff. And it produces gas. Or say your microbiome is off, out of balance. Now you got more bad guys than good guys, okay? So now what happens is, there's a war going on. And what can happen is that bacteria are living organisms. So they all poop.
Yeah.
So they're down there pooping. They got their life cycle also, okay? And now, if you get that too out of balance, now you have too much waste there, which is toxins and a lot of other bad stuff in there. So now your body has to react to that, okay? So now your immune system's got to kick in.
Wow.
You got inflammation starting to happen. You got all these things that are going on that can produce that
growling.
growling.
I want to know, per the comments, how many of you knew that fun fact? Because I'm going to say 100% of you guys, 99.9, did not know that. You guys are like, oh, I'm just hungry.
Yep.
But then there's this whole orchestra of activity, of toxins, and that's just right there in that moment. We're not talking about the 2 shots of tequila you had. We're not talking about how you yelled at your kids and you probably could have handled it better. We're not talking about any of the outside factors of, finances and politics.
Yep.
We're talking about digestion. Wow. That was a good illustration. That was really good.
Thank you. Acid reflux. What is acid reflux? That's stomach acids that's traveling back up instead of staying down where it belongs.
It's a one-way.
How does it travel upwards? I mean, nobody has a turkey baster stuck in that thing back up. And nobody's doing that. Gas.
Yeah, it's rising through the gas and some inflammation. It's just pushing it up there. And it happens quickly.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a little geyser. And you're like, oof. Yeah.
Yep. So, buildup of gas, poor digestion, microbiome out of balance. Like shit, we just down in the gut. We haven't even moved up to anywhere else. What about the mind? What's going on in the mind now with all this stuff that's happening? again, it's going to prioritize things, okay? Because it has other functions it's got to do, kind of like breathing, and it's kind of important, and all this other stuff that needs to happen, and it's going to prioritize. But it can't do everything at the same time. So it's going to divert. And then that's when the stress can come in, because you're not getting fed the nutrients and the things that you need to make the brain kind of in a homeostasis kind of phase.
Yeah.
So it's out of balance. And as we mentioned before, you know, cognitive decline or stress will affect that. Mm-hmm. So if you got the fish oil in there and you got poor digestion, I don't know why I'm talking about that. What is one of the biggest things that people talk about when they take fish oil?
It upsets their stomach.
Bingo! I burp, it upsets my stomach.
Yeah.
Now why the hell are you taking something that's going to upset your stomach? I mean, okay,
yes. No, everybody I know either say they just push past it, or they don't take it, or they have to take it with food. I get a lot of like feedback from clients.
I can taste it. An hour after you've taken it.
Yeah, dog. No, it's a no for me. Like,
let me try a different kind.
Yeah. Your body is talking to you. You're just not listening.
Yeah.
Like all of these are tells. Like if you're a poker player, like. It's a tell that it's not agreeing with you, and you have to like figure out why.
Yeah.
The why.
Yeah.
And it's something.
That stomach, when that rancid oil hits it, it's saying, "Oh hell no!
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
Yeah, out. It's trying to get it out, or put it to in a put you in a situation where you'll not want to do it again.
Yeah.
The body is trying to reject it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just, it's actually having a chemical reaction is what it's really doing.
Because anything that you take that causes that kind of reaction in you, you shouldn't take it. Now look at medication. I'm going to segue a little bit. Look at medications, and you read. Nobody reads what is on the back of that bottle.
First of all, the font is like 2. Font size 2. And there's like 16 pages.
Yeah.
Of adverse effects.
And only a nerd kind of person would read it. But I have read a bunch of them.
Nerd.
And what's one of the main things? Diarrhea, nauseousness. Yep. And this is good for me. Yeah. Help me understand this.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And you should be looking for an alternative. Mm-hmm. Because if you're going to get nauseous, if you're going to have diarrhea, now your whole digestive system is out of whack. Yeah. And we just said life and healing starts with digestion. Mm-hmm. So we've just nixed that right away.
Yeah, we just got rid of that option. Just added fuel to the fire.
So that little infection you had, you cleared that, but you screwed up everything else.
Yeah. And there are times like antibiotics, for example. You will need to take a round of antibiotics. Fine, you have to take it. It's a necessary evil. But then what do you do afterwards? Because it kills off everything. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. It's wiping everything out like Thanos. It snaps its fingers and boom, gone, dead.
Yeah.
And now you have to replenish that garden. You have to fertilize that garden to get that going back. And it's not like, oh, I can take, probiotics for a month or a week and then I'm back after doing 7 days of antibiotics. You need to be taking probiotics for close to 6 months after one round. And how many of you guys are popping C-packs like Skittles? You know what I mean? And then you wonder why.
That's good.
Then you wonder why.
Yes.
But now we're here. So now what do we do about it?
Yeah. Replenishing the gut flora and all that other good stuff and fiber. And we haven't even got into that. We don't have time to get into fiber and what that does and the benefits of it and whatnot. I mean, there are a lot of things that go on that you need to be aware of. But it's a step at a time. Don't think that, I got to remember all this. Well, there's some key things you do need to remember, okay? And number one is what you put in your mouth, okay?
You can control that.
Yeah, totally.
You can control that. There was a point where I was working with one of the local churches here, and they were giving out food boxes, especially in 2020 whenever the world shut down, and people would get these boxes of food and not know what to do with them, right? So you get broccoli, chickpeas, and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with all this stuff? But then I would come in and teach people how to cook. So the moral of the story is, even when you're in a precarious situation with getting access to food, you still control what you put in your mouth. You still have some say so in how you're eating and when you're eating, if you're frying, if you're baking, if you're air frying, like all of those things come into play. And it's just one step at a time, one meal at a time. And you slowly become that, it becomes practice, becomes muscle memory, becomes your normal lifestyle. And that's what we're trying to aim you to lean more of. Be accountable for the shit that you do and don't do, good, bad, or indifferent. Own it, and then figure out how to pivot to optimize your life and lifestyle.
Right.
So you can control what you put in your mouth, the vitamins, the supplements, the medication, the food, the alcohol, the drink, the smoke, cigarettes, the weed, the cigars, all of it. That's all on you. And we're not here. You want to do it? Psst, you ain't gonna hurt our feelings. Okay? But if you are gonna choose those things, you need to know how to balance it, because balance is key.
Right. Right. And balance takes a lot of discipline.
Yep.
And we all know ourselves. And we know whether we're disciplined or not.
Yep.
So don't go down the rabbit hole that requires discipline when you know you got none. Okay? It's a work in progress. So, well, we've covered a bunch of stuff
We
today.
did. I don't know if we even, I want to drill home down on the vagus nerve and the importance of that, because I think we kind of deviated a little bit. But do your research. We'll save it for another podcast. We'll have to double dip. But there, we really want to stress there is the communication between the gut and the brain. And the vagus nerve plays a very crucial role in all of that. And just be accountable. Just know. Just try. You know what I mean? Like a friend of mine's like, hey, you got to put yourself in environments where you're constantly learning, where you're not the smartest person in the room. Hence me, I'm always doing something different. We're always doing something different. Just to kind of challenge ourselves and create new synapses. This is one of those. Like, this is no dress rehearsal. This is life. This is all you got. Okay? You can get it right. You can get it wrong. But you better get it together. Because this is it.
Yep. And with that,
yeah, I guess we're out.
well, appreciate your time today, and keep liking us, and keep the comments coming. We do appreciate it. And
subscribe, share a friend, send us notes, DMs, all that good stuff. We're here for you.
Because I know there's some golden nuggets in here.
Yeah.
There's some golden nuggets. And even when, we're researching this stuff and making sure we're giving you the most up-to-date information we can in our style, it's just important that you move forward.
Yep.
And we're trying to just give you a nugget. Like I said in the beginning, we're just trying to give you a nugget.
Inspiration. Our job is to inspire, not to manage, not to judge. It's just to inspire you to be curious, and just to want to do better.
We've been there.
We still there. I told you I didn't take my damn supplements and trying to figure out what's wrong.
I could go back and tell you when I was eating Wendy's for lunch, dinner, and everything else. And then
the Frosty. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah, gotta have the Frosty. Yeah. Chocolate Frosty. But we have evolved to some degree. So, again, thanks to everybody. Yep. Until we meet again, stay safe, keep chewing, keep digesting.
Absolutely.